Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones today? So first things first, let's just get to the 4-hour where we can see it better. So this range that I highlighted yesterday, you can see how the buyers stepped in on the bottom of the range and pushed it right up to the top, and profit taking happened at the top of the range. So if you'd followed the trade yesterday, this is what would have happened. Okay, so let's just get to the 1 hour. So yesterday I was long at this level here, okay, and pretty much right after the video, yesterday morning's video, I spotted these three indecision bars below the alligator, and basically just moved my stop up to here. So obviously I got stopped out. Okay, so I didn't really make any money out of that. But what happened was we rallied down to the bottom of the range, and that was the next level in. And yeah, that was a beautiful trade. So it was a good 250 odd points. Okay, so what is different about what we see at the moment? I just want to go back in time here. Look at how this indecision has been here. There's been no direction, total confusion for so many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Okay, and then all of a sudden on the 9th day, 9 and 10 days, you see some structure taking place. So the first bit of structure here was our measured move. Okay, and it's always easy to see this after the facts, but anyway, you can see pretty close to the measured move target. First move down, up, second move down. Now, I am expecting exactly the same to play out, but to the upside. Why? Because of this solid move up. Okay, so I'm expecting us to consolidate, and this consolidation could very well be over. So one move down, one move up, one move down. So, sorry, one move down, one move up, second move down. So it's A, B, C correction pattern with a strong leg up. Okay, so in other words, I'm expecting a range break or a channel break, which is potentially, I wouldn't be surprised if we drop down a little bit more, going to take us to the 26,200 area. Okay, as I mentioned yesterday, this 26,000 area is very, very strong. Okay, so we come back to the daily here, and 2630, we can just pull it down slightly. Okay, so you can see that is the 26,000 area. So obviously it's not exact, it's 20 points up, 20 points below, but that is the area that we are battling with at the moment. Okay, now also looking at the daily, you can see this candle is fairly strong, fairly bullish. Okay, so it's a pin bar of sorts, it's engulfing, it's a pretty good candle. It closed pretty close to its high, which is always a good sign. And now what you're looking for is continuation from this to the upside. Okay, but obviously we need to break this trend line. So what are we looking for today? I'm looking for longs, and it's time, 7 o'clock in the morning now, so we're still 2 hours away from the European Open, and we may break through this before the Open, but then I would expect us to come back and sort of hover around this area and then move up. So I'm going to bide my time on this one, and we're looking for longs. So as soon as we see price action agreeing with what I want to do, we'll be in. And the ideal thing would be, this was a great bottom trade, just by the way. And yeah, under normal circumstances, it would have been a good way to get in and at least leave some of that trade in, take some profit at the top and leave some of it in for anticipation of a breakout. But anyway, as I say, with the chaos happening on the US political market, is not something that I'd like to do. Okay, so I am looking for longs, and looking at this is actually could very well be a potential for a long here. But yeah, I'm just going to wait for the open rather than jumping in over here. Okay, so where could those entries be for a long? So obviously this 200 moving average is the first area. So you can see it coincides with the 1 hour 200 moving average right here. And if we look at the 12, it'll also be the 12. So the 12, 30, and 1 hour 200 EMA is sitting in this area. So that would be a good area for me to look for long. If that fails, then I would take this previous swing high, which is kind of in the same area. And this is kind of the space that I'm looking for. So I'm looking for price to come back into 25,900 to 25,950. That would be a great area for me to get long. Okay, and if we look at the 12 minute, you can see we don't really have diversions. Well, we do from here. So from this swing high to there, we do have diversions, and that diversion is indicating that we are going to be continuing on the downside. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a bit of a deeper retracement and then an opportunity to get long. And what I'll be anticipating is a break of the range. So the channel. I'll have some more coffee shortly. So let's get rid of that so we can see what's going on. So what I'm anticipating is a break of this channel. Okay. Now, a break of the channel is pretty significant because there are two potential targets that could play out. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, so we'll just take that to there. That would be our first target, would be the top of the flag. And then the second one is this here. Okay, and we'll use that as a level there. Right, so what I want to do is just come back here. So the first one, your first target, which is this measured move. So from the spot, the swing low here to the swing high, is basically lining up with all these pin bars here. Okay. The second target would give us a new high. That would break the previous high. So 26974. So those are the two targets that I'll be aiming for, provided that we break through this 26,000 area convincingly. And a convincing break for me is going to be pretty much, I'd like a 4-hour close above it, and not just a pin bar or something. I want a nice solid bar like this, okay, which opens and closes, opens on its low and closes on its high. And that must happen outside the channel. That would give me confidence that we are potentially moving to the upside. Okay, now, last things before we sign off. There is potential here for head and shoulders to form. So that's the level. So you expect price to come up here, come back, and then move up. Okay, so that's the one scenario. The other scenario is that this wedge plays out. So in other words, we have another push down, up, push down, and then an acceleration through. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this. This to me is just consolidating for a move up. So the buyers did step in. There was some profit taking here at the top of the range, but there are still buyers that are in this market at the moment. They got into the bottom here and they are still sitting in. They haven't got out of it. So I think there's a lot of people anticipating a move to the upside. Now, the other thing that may also happen here is this may turn out to be a flat top triangle. In other words, consolidate and then move back down to the bottom of the range. Anything's possible at the moment. So for me, it's just a case of watching price action. I'm anticipating that this move was really good and strong, and we're just consolidating now for a move to the upside. So if I get rid of that, and you see price head back to this area and then down and then up, that would give us a fairly strong confidence level that we're on the right track. Okay, so for now, I've got no positions open. Traded this, got out, took my profit, and we're now waiting. So either we are going to continue consolidating here at this level, or we are going to pull back slightly and probably come and test these breakout levels, possibly even this Brooks gap here before moving back to the upside. Okay, so before we sign off, I just want to switch across to the Ichimoku quickly, and you'll see we have a break of the cloud. Okay, we don't have any Ichimoku element pointing to the upside except for Kijinsen. Sorry, Chikuspan. So this is Chikuspan, the brown line. The brown line is pointing to the upside and it's above price. But Kijinsen and Tikinsen are flat. Moving average is flat. That's on the hour, on the 4 hour, also flat. We are above the cloud and we're slowly starting, no, we're still flat. Let's not read anything into that. So we're flat and Tikinsen is above, sorry, Kijinsen's above Tikinsen, which is bearish. Okay, so we want to see blue above red here. We want to see a twist in the cloud pointing up, and we want to see Chikuspan through price, which it is. Okay, so there's only one signal on the Ichimoku that is indicating a move to the upside. But if I move down to the lower time frames, you'll see that we have bullish signals here. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot going on at the moment. So I think key element here is actually just forget about all your indicators and oscillators. Look at a clean chart, and I like to look at the Bollinger Bands, and you can see we're in a Bollinger Squeeze. So basically what a Bollinger Squeeze means is that there is a breakout about to happen. You can see we were in one yesterday, we broke the downside, came up, and if we look at the higher time frames, you'll see nothing really. Okay, the big thing on the daily is that the daily is coming to a squeeze. Look how these Bollinger Bands are coming together, and we're still above the 20 moving average on the daily. Okay, so for me, anyway, it is a case of looking to see what is going to happen at this 26,000 area. I'm looking for a break of 26,000, a proper break of it, and that would give me confidence that we're going to move the upside. But I do suspect we're moving. Okay, I suspect we're going to break through this today. Okay, so that's me for today. Still looking for longs, and possibly at the Open, somewhere at the European Open would be a good entry to be long. So hope that helps, guys. Keep those stops tight. And if you do get a long entry on a break of 2600, your stop is going to be below this flag, okay? So your stop will be at around 25,960. Okay, and yeah, that is a break of 26,000 would validate the swing trade. It's a good 400-point swing trade that you can sit and wait for. Okay, guys, that's me for today. Hope it helps, and stay safe. I'll catch up with you later. Enjoy your day. Cheers for now.